by the clock. Is YouTube up?
Yes, it says you're live.
All right. Good morning. I hope everybody had a decent Sunday. It was gorgeous outside, to say the least. Today in Yin, we're going to work on liver and gallbladder meridians. And the reason I want to do this, or a little bit about the meridians run parallel and together to build, and together they build and control blood and overall qi levels, which are your energy levels. So there's two kinds of organs in the body, according to Chinese medicine. There's Zhang or Zhang and Fu, and I'm probably pronouncing all this wrong. Liver is a Zhang organ in that it regulates, and the gallbladder is its pair Fu organ in general, which means it transforms and transmits. So the bile of the gallbladder is considered to be liver qi, or energy, or life force. And it's not a byproduct of the liver's digestion of fat. And together, the organs pair is to ease flow of overall energy. So today, we're going to work on those two, gallbladder and liver meridians. So first, let's start either seated or lying down to drop into class. I have my handsome tech support. If you have any questions, you can type them out, and Clay will be there to help you if he's not too busy surfing his own Instagram account.
Hey.
Oh.
Words hurt.
So lie down or sit, eyes closed. I'm going to take my glasses off because it's much more relaxing for me. Okay, and just start to drop into class. So lying down on your back or sitting tall, finding yourself comfortable. Feel free to bend the knees and walk the knees together and the feet wider to support the back if you need to. Otherwise, you can straighten the legs. And I'm going to put my right hand on my belly because I'm a female. So right hand on belly if you're a female, left hand if male. And then relax. Let the shoulders soften. Let them drop back. Place the tongue behind the top of the front teeth. Or if that's not working on loosening the jaw, imagine you have mouthwash and just swish it around. And then place the tongue behind the top front teeth. And then take a moment to let your whole body soften into the floor. Kind of like you're in bed getting ready for sleep and you're just letting yourself be held by your mattress. And that hand on your belly can imagine you can be the weight of your comforter or your blankets. And without changing too much, just inhale softly through the nose and exhale through the nose. Starting to pay attention to where the breath is coming from. What rises first, chest, ribs, or belly? And then just deepen the breath. Feel the hand on the belly rise, or just feel the belly rise. As you inhale, and as you exhale, release. We're going to be here for about 2 minutes, just paying attention to the rise and fall of the breath, kind of surfing that wave. About another minute. Just focusing on the wave of the breath, the inhale and the exhale. About 3 more breaths. Nice. We're right in the wave. One more nice breath. And then release the hands by your sides and lengthen the legs straight. So I actually found a pose that's called banana asana or banana pose. And it's going to work our lateral lines, the ribs and the side body. And it's kind of fun. So first you're going to put your hands behind your head. And if you start to feel tingling in the arms, feel free to put something underneath the arms. And then for me, I'm going to walk my legs over to the right without bumping into a wall. And then I'm going to walk my torso over to the right. So I'm really almost a banana shape. And as I lie here, I'm going to let the body relax. So walking, creating this nice arc or a banana. And if I don't feel enough stretch and this is as far as I can flex, I'm going to cross my left ankle over my right. Here's the caveat. Both of my backside is on the floor. I am not lifting up this left hip. It's down. So finding your banana, okay? Try not to fall asleep. We're going to be here for 4 minutes. So just finding stillness in the pose. Not going so deep that you're yanking. Remember, this is a soft practice. Let the jaw relax again. Let go of control of those legs. Backside is firmly on the floor. And as you stay in this pose, start to pay attention to sensation. So letting that be your observation point, the sensation within your body. And find or become aware of that one point or place in your body that's a little more chatty, a little louder. And just rest on that for a little bit. And notice as you continue in this pose, the sensation starts to change. If you start to notice that you're not getting the full sensation, feel free to walk the legs a little farther to the right or banana over with those ribs. Remember, cheeks, your buttocks is still on the ground, and you can always cross that left ankle over the right, which gives you a nice, yummy stretch, a little deeper. Remember, this is more ease than effort. We're working on those ligaments and bones. the cooler, drier muscle, the yin. About another minute. Finding your stillness. Has the sensation in your body shifted? Be the observer. Couple more seconds. Nice. Then slowly come out of this. Bring your knees to the chest. Ugh. And then start to make circles in any direction that feels good, and then we'll go in that opposite direction. Just nice and slow, taking our time. So I read something yesterday I thought was pretty interesting regarding yoga, reversing if you want to. I think it was Bernie Clark wrote that it's not about getting your body into the pose, but getting the pose into your body. So think about getting the pose into your body instead of trying to create this perfect form. Letting the body just know, or knowing what the body knows where it wants to go. So coming to that opposite side, legs are going to be long, hands behind the head. Different side, different story, right? So walk the legs over to the left and then scooch your torso over to the left. And try not to get those right hips off the floor. So I want the whole backside on the floor. And we're going to be here for 4 minutes. And I'm starting my timer. So again, only go to the edge that is comfortable. We're not trying to push. Remember, this is an ease. Finding a bit of a sensation and then following that sensation. So paying attention, observing to what you are, observing what you're feeling. So coming into that banana, which looks different for everybody. Not controlling the breath. Legs release. Letting go of the jaw. Remember, you can switch the mouthwash, or you can place the tongue behind the front teeth. Going a little deeper, only if your muscles are ready for it. And then tapping back down into that stillness, letting the body rest in the pose, right? And just observing. About 2 minutes, halfway there. Feel free to walk the legs and the torso over, creating more of a banana, that arch, and cross the right ankle over the left, creating the longer lateral line. Let the legs relax. Breath flows naturally. Less than a minute. Still focusing on observation of sensation in the body. So how does the body fit the pose instead of how the pose, how you can make your body into something, see how your body wants to be. If that makes sense. Probably not. From here, all right, straighten the legs again, straighten the torso, bend the knees, and again, pull them into the chest and start to circle. Nice, easy circles, just waking up that lower back. And slowly rolling to your right, we're going to come into a really nice pose that is good for the gallbladder and the kidney, actually. And it's butterfly, aka gobbler's pose. And the feet are going to be together. You don't have to press. The feet can come in. So I'm pressing my feet, my feet are touching each other. And I'm not going to try to yank my heels in very tight. I'm going to go to what feels natural. If you feel discomfort with this pose, put some pillows, a can, whatever you can think of, either under the hips or close to the knees. And then you're going to allow yourself to round. Hands can come forward. Head relaxes. So for some of us, using our hands or our fists without the thumbs into the floor, this might be just the right space. For others, you can come even farther, and for some, you may be completely down on the floor. And that's fabulous. We're going to be here for 5 minutes. Try staying still for that long, right? And what I like to do is actually let my hands relax, palms up. But that works for my body. So let the head hang, releasing any tension you're able to. Breath flows naturally. And where do you feel this? Let yourself start to observe. This is truly a practice of stillness and observation. See if you can tell if one side feels different than the other. And without judging or trying to figure out why, just fascination in that thought, in that observation. If you have head or neck problems, you can actually stack stuff on top of your feet to support the neck, like a brick, which I don't have, or whatever you can come up with, right? To soften the pull, that distraction, so to speak, of the neck. Let the jaw relax. Shoulders can do whatever they want. If you do find yourself just rolling or shifting over to one side versus the other, that's fine. Remember, we're letting the body lead the dance. We don't often let the body do what it needs to. More than halfway done, about 2 more minutes left, please. Trying to find and stay in the stillness. Has sensations shifted since you started this practice, this pose? Has your body morphed into a different shape as you've let it release? About another minute. Stay here about 30 seconds. Slowly roll up one vertebra at a time. Eventually, we're going to find ourselves sitting up tall. Using your hands, bring the legs together. Okay. And with the legs together, walk your hands behind you. Feel free to straighten the legs if you want and just lift the chest. Gentle back bend. Next pose, excuse me. So I coughed the other day. My son looked at me and says, "Hey, Miss Pertussis," which was pretty dang entertaining. I've never been called Miss Pertussis before. So the next pose we're going to do is butterfly, or excuse me, dragon, which is basically a low lunge. If you have need a little padding for your knees, roll up your mat or roll the side of your mat and step forward. And this is dragon. Can you believe it? So you're going to let the whole body go. For some of us, coming up on a break or high dragon, just like this, is lovely. So you're going to be here 3 minutes. And I just want to see, or I want you to see where your body can go with this. You're not controlling, okay? You're just letting go. Shoulders relax. If you want to, drop your head. Okay, find yourself getting into that right foot is forward. If you are somebody who's nice loosey-goosey, you can bring your hands here. You can come here if you want to. Doesn't matter, whatever level works best for you, but you're here for 3 minutes. It is okay to let yourself shift to one side. It is okay to find out, oh my gosh, I started too deep, and back yourself out. Remember, this is about not the push of the pose. Find sensation in the body and observe. Little over, less than 2 minutes left, excuse me. Just about a minute. Focus on sensation. It's okay if you start to shift or lilt to one side, if a leg turns out. About 30 seconds. Hang in there. 20 more. Gently step back to your tabletop, okay? So you're here in a tabletop, and from your tabletop, tuck the toes under and come into a down dog. Just gentle. Feel free to stretch, pressing one heel to the ground and then the other. And just patting the heels towards the ground a few times. And then come way up on the toes, bend the knees, and come briefly into a child's pose before coming into that next 3 minutes. So just a breath here, rounding the back, countering that stress we were feeling. When you're ready, come back to the tabletop, step that left leg forward, okay? And we're going to come into this side dragon. And we're going to be here again for 3 minutes. So feel free to find your sweet spot. And this is one of those times it's really okay to let that knee come past the toes if that's where you are. Let the hips relax. Breathe. You may find yourself shifting from one side to the next, and that's perfect. Remember, if this becomes uncomfortable, if this is a form of dis-ease, then back out of it. It is better to back out than to hurt. And it is observing in your body in the pose that really lets you know what needs attention. When you do need to back off. About a minute and a half left. "30 seconds, please. Focusing on sensation. About 10 more seconds, please. Step back to that tabletop. Tuck the toes under and come into that down dog again. Once again, stretching long through the side body, walking the dog if you want to, or just pausing. If down dog is not restful for you, I want you to come into child's pose, where we'll all meet up in just a few breaths. One more breath in down dog. And if you are in down dog, come up on your toes, bend the knees, come onto your shins, and just a brief respite in your child's pose. Feel free to grab a drink of water. From here, come back up into your tabletop and then have a seat. We're going to do half dragonfly, so it's going to be a little bit of a rotation. So what we were just in was dragon, which was kind of a low lunge, and that was for our stomach, spleen, liver, gallbladder, and kidneys. It kind of hit the whole repertoire. This is half dragonfly, excuse me. I'm gonna open my legs, not to 90 degrees, but you know, a little more than straight ahead. And I'm gonna bend my left leg and put my left foot against my right thigh, but my heel is not in my groin. And then I'm gonna rotate, so this is gonna turn into a bit of a twist. So I'm rotating towards my right. And then from here, we're gonna do this for 4 minutes. I'm gonna once again use my arms to support me and come, let my whole body relax. So I've got a little bit of this rotation going on and a nice relaxation in the back of the leg. So this is a gallbladder, liver, kidney, spleen, urinary tract. Okay, so find the pose, let your toes relax. So if you find your leg flopping, that's fab. And we're gonna be here for 4 minutes. Let the shoulders relax. If you find this bothering your knee, put a pillow underneath here or ease up on that bend. You know, I just moved my foot a little farther away from my groin. That could work. And then wherever you are, where are you feeling this the most? What's talking to you? Are you letting go of control or tension, muscular tension? Where are you feeling this, and has the sensation shifted? Has has your body form changed? It's as if your whole body becomes this non-Newtonian fluid. So you're both solid at times, and then you're taking on this fluid liquid personality, so to speak. Halfway there. Release the jaw. Stay with the observation of sensation. Has the sensation in your body and your muscles moved? Are things lengthening? Do you feel sensation, pull, tug, stretch in a different part of the body than that which you started? Less than a minute left, please. Thirty seconds. About 5 more seconds. Walk your hands towards your hips, so lifting yourself slowly back up. Bending both legs. Lie yourself down. We're just going to do some really simple windshield wipers as a counter pose. So hands can go anywhere you want, and you're just going to take the legs, literally, the windshield wipers. So my knees are bent, and I'm taking the legs from one side to the next. If this doesn't feel good, feel free just to pull the legs in. Okay? Couple of breaths. One more on each side. And then come back up to center, roll over to your side, lift yourself up. And then coming on to the opposite leg, find yourself, not quite 90 degrees, okay? My right leg is gonna bend into my left thigh. I'm gonna rotate my belly button towards my left knee. And then I'm gonna find my sweet spot where I wanna start, where I feel sensation, but nothing that's an aggressive pull. We're staying away from aggression. And 4 minutes here, let the head hang. And just focus on sensation. Let go of muscular tension. Let the body take its own shape. Remember, non-Newtonian fluid, both solid and liquid. So start to be liquidy. Where are you feeling this? Are you letting your body take its own shape? Let the pose come into the body. Don't make the body shove into a pose. Jaws relaxed. Stay with sensation. Remember, you're not pushing into the pose. Everything's relaxed. You're not grabbing onto an ankle or a leg. You're just here. About a minute and a half, please. Stay inside. Feel the body. Feel the muscles as they start to lengthen without any effort. Just the body taking its own shape. Unique unto yourself. Thirty seconds. Let it all go. Slowly, with the strength of your arms, roll up one vertebra at a time. Nice. And then coming back onto your back, windshield wipers. Feet are wide as the mat, just coming in, and I don't care what comes up with me, I'm just twisting, and it feels nice. Thanks, Clay. Couple more shifts back and forth. One more, because it feels good. And then roll to a side and push yourself up. This next pose is slightly aggressive, I ain't gonna lie. And if you hit discomfort, you get out of it. It's called a toe squat. Okay, and it's really kind of cool because all lines of the lower body's meridians uh, are activated because of the compression of the toes. It's the spleen, liver, stomach, gallbladder, kidney, urinary tract. Those are the 6 meridians. And to counter this when you're out of it, you're going to toe slap. So yes, I'm actually talking about breaking toes. This is not for everybody, but I am going to ask you to try just for 2 or 3 breaths. So to do this, shift yourself forward and tuck your toes under and try to get even your little toes underneath you. My thighs are together, my heels are coming together. All right, I'm starting our timer now because everything counts. And then I want you to sit on the broken toes. So you've got compression in the ankle and you have compression in the toes. This is not for the meek. And if you want to, my palms, I'm going to put one on top of the other and hang out. And just kind of see where I go. Be conscious of sensation. Do not hurt the bottom of your feet. You know, especially with climbing, your arches might be pretty tight, right? So nice and easy. I can tell you right now, my heels are starting to separate and my belly's sagging. You've been here a minute. Please feel free to get out of it anytime you want. Do not hurt your feet again. Because if your feet hurt, everything hurts. If your feet aren't happy, ain't nothing happy. Cool. Starting to tilt my pelvis. My body wants to lilt forward. About 40 seconds. Less than 30. I have a few friends that have some really nasty ankles, so I don't want them to try this. I'll have to send them messages. Okay, get on out of it. Shift yourself forward and literally slap your feet. Ah, nice job. So this is such a nice counter pose. All right, so the last pose before asana. Boom. We're going to do this for about 4 minutes. And we did this last week. When we did this last week, we came into a twist, and our legs were kind of far away. But today, I want the twist to come into the ribs in the chest, the thoracic spine. So if you bring your arms up for this twist, you're going to get into the lung and heart meridians, and you're just going to bring your knees towards your chest and whoosh, come over to the side. And in doing this, you're going to get that nice play on the lateral line or the side of your body, which I like so much. And by coming into the ribs, we're going to access the gallbladder more. If your arms are not comfortable overhead, don't do it. Right now, remember, our focus is the gallbladder. Head can go anywhere. I've started our timer. Oof. And remember, I'm wanting y'all to focus on letting go. So I'm not concerned if my knees stay one on top of the other. I'm not concerned if my knees are even lined up, if my legs are lined up. So feel the twist. Where's the sensation in your body? This should not hurt, but I would like you to feel a twist in the rib cage so you can tap into that gallbladder line. If the knees don't come down, feel free to put something underneath them or even something in between the thighs or the legs to find that ease in the stretch. Let the shoulders just sink. Two more minutes, please. Has your body changed shape? Is your breath still the same as it was when we started this pose? About a minute. Hey, Clay. Clay, will you get the dog so he's not looking out the window because he's rather likely to bark? Thank you. Little preemptive strike on the bark. Sorry. Continue to observe. Let the head go where it wants. Let go of that idea that you have to be in a certain form or shape. Let your body create the pose. Don't shove yourself into the pose. About 10 more seconds. Slowly bring the legs back to center, and if you want to, you can hug the knees in. Putting the legs back on the floor, getting ready for the opposite side. Once again, knees are close to the chest and just coming into that twist. You're going to be here for 4 minutes. Arms can be overhead. If they're overhead, once again, you're going to be accessing that meridian line of the lung and the heart. My intention here is to get that twist, though, in the rib cage so that we can focus on the gallbladder. So again, let go of that control, letting the muscles in the thighs relax. So stop trying to squeeze the legs together. Jaw is at ease. Remember, tongue behind the tip of the tongue behind the back of the 2 front teeth, or try swishing that mouthwash. Or open wide and smile, and then relax. Head can go anywhere that feels good. If you hear that, that would be the dog drinking water. About 2 more minutes left. Following sensation and how it shifts in your body. And observe that
that changing form. As you let go and soften all the muscle, tendons, all that effort, and let the ligaments and bones do what they want. Create the shape that's yours.
Good boy.
A wee bit more than a minute. Stay tight. Well, don't stay tight, but hang out right here. Stay loose. Focusing on sensation. Where is it in your body? Has it shifted?
What?
Less than a minute left, about 40 seconds. Let everything go. 20 more seconds. About 5 more seconds. And then again, bring the knees back up, give yourself a hug. And then from here, feel free to reach the arms overhead, reaching toes in opposite directions. Give it a good stretch and then come into your Shavasana. Feel free to stay in your Shavasana as long as you would like. I will see you Wednesday morning for a fun flow. Stay as long as you would like in your Shavasana. Thank you so much. Namaste.
Go get him. Go get him. Good boy.
Bye. Thank you.